being able to handle rejection and being able to move on and not settling for anything less than what I want. Because why would I settle for someone who's just kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out?
Want to meet my husband, build generational wealth.
Glad Matt is doing well. Thing is, I would never date them.
If a man says to you that a woman is crazy, what bad thing did you do to her?
And you're tired of men, I recommend The Alien.
Just wish boys would think.
That's why you have a ceiling fan above you.
It would almost be blasphemy to not believe some of the things a woman says. Maybe he's not a good man. And when I meet the husband, it doesn't add up at all.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Now, before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
Just saw a really disturbing TikTok about dating, which basically summarizes what's going on if you're dating in your late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, or whatever. It just basically said that the dating pool of men that are left, like straight men that are left, are struggling with avoidant attachments because all of the secure attachment guys have been in relationships and those women are not going to let them go. And the ones with anxious attachments, whether they're in relationships that they're happy in or not, they're going to stay because they're too anxious to leave. So what are we left with? Avoidant attachment. And it just makes so much sense. Like the dating the last few years has been a wild roller coaster. I've learned so much, and what I've learned the most, being able to handle rejection and being able to move on and not settling for anything less than what I want. Because why would I settle for someone who's just kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out? I'd rather be alone, and there's nothing wrong with that. So ladies, stay safe out there.
You'd rather be alone. So you're saying guys with avoidant attachment and all of these other things. Then what are you? Modern women are confused, lonely, and want too many things, want too many choices, just like you do. It's sad. Guys would rather not.
I just want y'all to know, dating is so ghetto. Like, it's so ghetto out here. Like, I just want to meet my husband, be in the house, grow together, give a couple of babies, take vacations, build generational wealth. Like, is that too much to ask? Like, grow together emotionally, spiritually, mentally, like, be an unstoppable ass unit. Like, I'm over this dating. I'm over it.
You're over it in your 30s. That's when women are usually over it. They don't want to deal with it anymore, but you're still single. Why? Because nobody wants to deal with you.
Y'all ever download Hinge and you see the same few people you've seen for years ever since you started using the app? Like me personally, I've been using Hinge since I was 20, and I see the same few guys on there, and I'm like, oh, I wonder how they're doing. For some reason, I feel like I have some personal connection with them because we've been in the streets together on and off for the past few years. I see them update their prompts, some of them get new dogs, some of them post new photos. I'm like, oh, I'm so glad Matt is doing well. Thing is, I would never date them, but at the same time, I feel like I'm cheering them on, like, behind the scenes.
Delusional.
Through the screen. Anyways, I'm gonna re-download Hinge and see how that goes.
That rocket. I know somebody else was thinking that too. I would never date them. And that's the thing right there. She never date those guys. They're the nice guys. Women don't want them, but it's fine.
A few years ago, I thought that I had it all, and there was something missing from my life. So I did things with the guy who treated me like a princess and would have been, and I started chasing this feeling that was never matched.
That unexplained feeling better, that's called hypergamy. Red pill guys have been talking about it for years. It's the woman's biological need. Always look for the best possible mate she can find. A lot of women are always looking. It's biology. It's psychology. It's in their DNA. It's also one of the reasons why a lot of modern women will never be truly happy.
It really hasn't deterred finding somebody who is serious about dating me at all.
But are they good men who will stick around in the long term? Are they the kind of guys who are virtuous? You're a very attractive girl, but
Thank you.
You're 21 years old right now,
Yeah.
right? You're going to find, you guys are beautiful women. You guys are going to find guys that want to marry you. Are they the kind of guys that are going to stick around? Are they the kind of guys that are solid men? Are you guys going to have good relationships long time?
How most entitled modern women keep losing good men.
I have 3 kids, but 2 are grown and 1 is 13. So would I be entitled to a high value man? And I make 6 figures.
I feel like I'm the exception to the rule. But
no, you're not. That's the problem. You all think you're the exception to the rule, but your life is proving to you that you're not.
Were you married?
Yes.
Okay, but you're divorced now?
Yes.
How tall are you?
5'7".
Dress size?
14. Yes.
If you worked at Walmart, would you be wanting the same kind of man you want now?
Different mind frame.
You may be in a different mind frame, but you'd still be in the same body. At the end of the day, man, you ladies have a disagreement with reality.
Emotional damage.
So I get that you may want them, but what does he want? That's what you ladies need to ask yourself. What do the kind of men that you want?
Because that right there puts you in caring mode, puts you in mother mode. When you like that, you know, a man goes, wow, I really think I can have a baby with this woman or make her my wife. But that's not the case. Why? Women have ruined men. They have, to where guys go, okay, I can hit it and don't need to marry her. What do I need to marry her for? She's going to give it to me anyway. It's true. Most women just, yeah, I give it up. Next guy, give it up. Next guy, give it up. It's sad. So guys are going to take it.
She's lucky because there are a lot of women in her position that messed it up with good dudes for selfish reasons because they didn't want to be controlled. They didn't see the bigger picture of being with a guy. They just knew that I didn't want that. I want more excitement. Modern women want this excitement. It's got to keep it. Gotta make me tangle. Make a brother wanna say. But this is real life. Cause I can tell you, I don't go backwards. I don't like going backwards. There's a reason why you broke up with a person. But I also know that people, when they get around you and they know you, they're gonna revert back to where they're most comfortable with you at. Might start off fine for a little bit. Once a person settles in back being comfortable with you, sometimes it's worse than it was when you started.
Get back to originally where it from, it is very appropriate because this is what's the problem that's happened, right? Originally what used to happen was, all that happened was I had good promise and your dad would come and check me. The reason why you women go into... Wait, hold on, listen. The reason you women can't pick men. This is why you always pick the guys that break your heart. Wait, hold on a second.
I don't pick them guys that break my heart. That's why I've got a boyfriend.
Okay, yeah. So let's talk about all the majority of the women that have come on this show, they keep moaning about the types of men that they got. But it's the men that you pick because you keep picking these types of men. Men know how to pick out the other men. The moment we come in, listen, every time a guy meets someone's mum, the mum loves him. Oh, he's so nice, he's so this, but he might have the worst plans for your daughter, but he knows how to sweeten up the mum. The moment the brother, the dad sees him, they know Wagwan straight away. Us men can pick out other men. So if you go and bring this guy to me, I can tell whether or not this guy's going to be a Tyrone or a Chad or a Puke.
Yeah, it's very true. Men know. Men know, but will women ever listen? No. Because guys will say, that guy is just going to hit you from the back and leave. That's all he's going to do. Hit you from the back, look at that crack, and leave. And more women want that. Why? I don't know why. They want it because it's not boring.
Facts. Fellas, how would you feel in this situation right here? If you dating a girl and y'all been dating each other for like 6 months or more, everything is great, everything is going great, and then all of a sudden she breaks up with you, and she breaks up with you because she needs time to herself to figure things out. Okay, after a couple of months or weeks, she decides, okay, she wants to get back with you. Once you get back with her, she tells you the real reason she broke up with you is because she saw this other guy that either she was dating or not dating, but looking at as far as working with a coworker or somebody that she was interested in, and she just didn't want to cheat on you, so she broke up with you. How would you feel about that?
She belongs to the streets.
A guy's never gonna take the woman back. Just so general, like, why'd you break up with me? That means you're gonna do it again. That's what the guys are gonna think, and it's gonna happen. A guy will never go back to the same mistake. You see, the guy said it just 2 minutes ago. Never go back for the person that you was with if it didn't work out the first time.
Why the would you break up with that man for?
You clearly just told him that I'm with who I want to be with.
But we wasn't supposed to be together, G. We were just around, G. Like, what the is wrong with you, bro?
So you don't want to be with me?
No.
Why would he? He don't trust you.
My entire For You page right now is romance and relationships, but you know what? I have faced rejection from 4 different men in the past 5 days, and I feel like we don't talk about that enough, so let's break it down. The first man who rejected me, I went on a first date with him, and I asked him, hey, do you want to grab coffee for a second date? And he said yes. And I said, great, does this day or this day work better for you? And he never responded. It has been 5 days, so I have been ghosted. Next, 2 different men unmatched me on Hinge. The first man was just someone who we matched on Hinge, had a brief conversation in the Hinge DMs, and he unmatched me. Whatever. The next one was someone who asked me, can I take you on a date? I said yes, I gave him my number, and then he kept saying, I want to take you on a date, what's your availability? So I then responded with my availability. He never texted me back, and he unmatched me. And then finally, tonight, I went to a bar, I was feeling confident, and I saw a man that I thought was attractive, so I approached him and I started trying to chit-chat with him, and immediately he said, hey, do you know the group of girls that you were just standing with? Are those your friends? And I said, yeah, those are my friends. And he said, great, introduce me to the girl in the black shirt. Damn! So I walked up trying to shoot my shot with him, and he immediately told me, I think your friend is more attractive than you, set me up with her. So I did. I introduced them to each other, they hit it off, they were chit-chatting. I left the bar, they're probably still there chit-chatting, but yeah. Things are going really great for single Mick. 4 rejections, 5 days, baby.
I don't know if people are aware of this, but the most important decision you will ever make in your life after choosing to believe in God is the mate you choose to spend the rest of your life with.
My point exactly.
Your mate will either inspire you to grow into your greatness or they'll confine you to complacency. They'll either be your other half or they'll make you half of yourself. The Honorable Minister Farrakhan said, like, a good relationship will make you more youthful and bring out the best in you, and a bad one will age you prematurely and bring out the worst. So choose wisely.
I have been trained, very strongly trained by my mentor, to never believe a woman's story in her marriage. I cannot tell you the amount of times that I have gotten sucked into a woman's story because we are so convincing. We are so manipulative. We know how to dramatize and exaggerate the circumstances and experiences in the marriage to suck someone in, to feel sorry for us, to validate us in our victim story, and have even really no awareness to question that story from a woman and try to understand, well, what would the husband say, or what's his experience, though, what's his side of the story. And we bring that into therapy. So like I said, I can't tell you how many times over 10 years that I got sucked into a woman's story. I've gotten so much better. It's very rare that happens now, but it can still happen because we are so convincing. It's just like, it would almost be blasphemy to not believe some of the things a woman says. And, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That's terrible. Maybe he's not a good man. We are so convincing. And when I meet the husband, it doesn't add up at all with the woman's story.
You can't make this up.
Of him. So we have to be called out, women, and we have to see what's really going on.
No, this is a therapist, and she's right, 100% right. Especially the modern woman. They manipulate more, 10 times more than women from other countries. I've seen it myself. They do. Now, turn around and look at why most guys won't deal anymore. Most guys won't deal in a date market because woman claim is full of piss and poop, but it's like that for the men. It is. Because men go through nonsense day in, day out. That's probably why the other woman was ghosted, right? That's why some women get ghosted. That's why some guys just won't deal with certain women. That's why a guy will look at a certain woman and he'll read her right away. So, oh yeah, she feels she's up there, so I'll leave her alone. Or just not be bothered at all. But that's from a therapist. And there's so many therapists that have said that in the past. Women will manipulate, and they do the same thing to therapists to get them on their side. Now, they're not doing... How is she going to be effective as a therapist? How is she going to help these people? And she's a marriage therapist. So could you imagine? Yeah, you should divorce that guy. Now the woman's divorcing a guy for no reason when she just wants money. Crazy.
They ask your man what's something he's scared of, and if he doesn't say losing you.
What are you scared of?
You.
Bro, I can't make this. You want me to do what?
Put a sperm in me.
Oh my God, I'm going viral. Somebody help me.
Why do so many women admit to being complicated, emotional, and even crazy and think that's acceptable behavior?
Because women are always right.
Okay. How likely are women willing to accept men for just the way they are?
Not very likely.
Okay.
Men suck. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm about to get cooked in these comments.
How come?
Yeah, very likely men suck. These young women have been told to think one way by older women. And then you're going to be in the job market 20, 30 years. It happens. I've recently showed the videos recently. And then 20, 30 years, maybe even this year. Oh, I can't take it anymore. I'm working too hard. Don't want to be grown-ups.
Gossip well. Stop the rhetoric that a woman is crazy or difficult. If a man says to you that a woman is crazy or difficult, ask him, what bad thing did you do to her?
It's not my fault.
He's a placeholder. So, my alien boyfriend communicates with me telepathically. So he uses the power of his mind. We don't speak to each other. I have to say, once you go alien, you'll forget Earthmen. Just saying.
Really?
If there's any ladies listening or men, anyone in between who's interested in dating men, and you're tired of men, I recommend the alien.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Where is he at the moment? It's somewhere in the atmosphere. He doesn't really tell me his coordinates, again, just in case the FBI.
Just in case the FBI. This woman made this up. She made up the story and thinks those people on the show are as delusional as she is. The things some women do nowadays. It's wild.
I just wish boys would think. Like, just think for a second.
We do. That's why you have a ceiling fan above you. Because a man thought about it and invented it. And these LED strip lights, a man thought of that. Oh, and your AC unit, a man thought of that. Your Wolverine nails, a man thought of that too. Come to think of it, a man thought up everything that you use on a daily basis. Dang, that's tough. Word.
He's right.
Do you think women have it harder than men across the board?
Yes, across the board.
So you guys, so how many? So what's the percentage of women who go to war and die for their country?
What's the percentage of men who go to war and die for their country today?
A very large percentage.
In the world or the U.S.?
Well, because we look at women when they go into war, how are they treated? How are they treated?
Women don't want to go to war. They don't want to be CEOs.
What is the correlation that you're drawing between going to war and being a CEO and like paying for a first
we're talking
date?
about equality. We're talking about, and I'm just trying to point out some pictures where maybe it's not the case.
Frankly,
that women think they have it so much harder
I'm
today.
a feminist and I don't believe in equality at all. I believe in men paying for the vast majority.
That is contradictory. True.
Honestly, don't give a fuck.
Is that not
I don't
contradictory?
care if it's contradictory.
Same thing. Another young girl. The patriarchy did it. The patriarchy is in control. I don't want to be a CEO. That's a patriarchy. She would say something like that. I'm telling you, it'd be an airhead like that and say, that's a patriarchy job. I can see it.
Hey, bro, what do you think about that dishwasher?
I don't know. It looks a little damaged, bro.
Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, what about that one?
That one looks like it's been used way too much.
Yeah, you're probably right. Let's keep shopping.
Hey, ladies, how's it going? Good?
These young boys hopping up these girls' minds, doing rock, paper, scissors over who sits with the girl. It's crazy. But they're kind of young, I guess so.
You're loving the attention.
All right.
All men want the same thing. Men just want a nice, sweet, supportive woman. You don't even have to be that beautiful. And women can make themselves more beautiful. Like, don't be fat, like go to the gym. It's not that difficult. Eat healthy, not that difficult. You know, you can put a little bit of makeup on, not too much. But ultimately, men just want a supportive, kind, sweet woman. He's gonna go out there, take on the world, do all these difficult things, and he just wants to go home and know that there's peace. There's food on the table, the house is clean. It's really not that difficult.
It's not that difficult. Men are very simple. That's all we want. That's all we love, actually. We want the simple things. Maybe watch the game. I like watching basketball. You know, maybe a couple other things. Back rub at night. Simple. Very easy. And good tasting food. If a woman can cook and throw it down in the bedroom too. that is the number 1, 2, 3, 4 things men want.
Second down and goal. High snap again. End zone and picked off! Intercepted by Rasul Douglas. And the Packers are going to win it. A.J. Green was the target, and he never looked for the ball. Well, not only did he not look, it looked like he was almost blocking out.
That was cool. Creative.
All in all, man, be a good person. Work to be the best that you can. Work hard. Do the right thing. Treat people right. Pick people up. Do good things for people. Do unto others what you would want done unto you, even when they don't do unto you the way that you would expect them to. Be a provider. Be a protector. Be a man of honor. Be a man of truth. Be a good friend. Give a about people. Give a about what's going on.
Why do women regret leaving this type of guy? I'm about to tell you in this video. First off, it took them a while to commit to begin with. Then when they finally do commit and they're settled and they're in a relationship, and a woman decides to either end the relationship, they cheat, or they do something that betrays this type of man's trust. Essentially, when you hurt this type of guy. Ladies, there is no coming back from that. It's almost an impossibility. And the thing is, women will come back because this type of guy is rare. There aren't many like him. And if he's in your life, he's probably an asset. So hold on to him, cherish him, and try hard not to betray this man's trust. Because once he's gone for good.
So true.
You are a woman who is not healed through their trauma. Say you were in a past relationship with a man who was extremely abusive to you. And in your survival mode, you would match his level of intensity. So you would start yelling, screaming, calling names, throwing things in his face because he was doing it to you. And now you're in a new relationship. And you're with a man who doesn't do anything like that. He's a super sweet dude. He has his flaws. He frustrates you and gets under your skin a little bit. But once you enter fight or flight and you're triggered and you're living that scenario that you had with your ex, knowing that that is not your current partner, and you start throwing things in his face and calling him names and yelling at him and berating him because you can't control your emotions or resolve the trauma and the damage from somebody else, you are ruining that good man. And you're going to take a little bit of a piece of him every single time that happens. And before you know it, you're going to have all the pieces. He's going to be a shell of a man of who he was. He's not even going to recognize himself when he looks in the mirror. Right. Every single day is going to be Groundhog Day for him. He's going to wake up, know there's going to be conflict that day, go to work, come home, and know he is not going to be appreciated. Yeah. And because he's not going to feel appreciated, he's not going to appreciate you. And in turn, that's going to build more resentment in you.
You can't fix it.
You're not letting me.
Because you're too late, Zoe. The one time that I needed you, the one time. Where were you at? Right. But if you need something, you expect me to drop everything and be there, no questions asked. Because that's how this relationship works. You need some advice about something, I give it to you. You need some support during a crisis, you got it. You need somebody to kiss to get over your ex, I'm your man, right? Right? You said it yourself. I'm always there for you.
I know. And I'm sorry.
Don't be. Please don't be. I'm honestly not even mad at you. I'm mad at myself to think that you would actually come through for me.
Woo, that last part, that was real monumental because That was a TV show. I know who the girl is, but that's how it is. That's how it is for the modern man. That's the modern scenario of everybody's life. It truly is, because women are doing it. They can't help it. That's who they are. They can't help being like that, using the good guys and loving the guys that are no good for them. It's wild, but it will never change. And guys have wisened up to it. We're fine with it. Guys are okay with that. They're good with it. They've said, you know what, we'll do what we need to do by ourselves, and we can do all bad by ourselves. That's how we feel.
There's a video going viral right now, and I can't find the video because everybody's tagging her is like men. And basically, it's a girl saying how she was at a bar in Atlanta, and all the seats at the bar were taken up by men, and women were standing up in their heels. And I've seen that in real life. I was on a date with a guy, and as soon as I got out the car, he's like, "Oh my God, you look really girly and dainty." We get to the restaurant. The men are at the bar, all like in each other's faces. I don't know what you're talking about, but the men were all seats taken up by men, and women were standing up. And the guy was like, it was like, what, is this normal? I'm like, it is normal. He's like, nah, that's wild. I didn't say anything because I'm used to being treated like.
No, you're usually being treated like garbage. Women are independent nowadays. Women have asked for this. They're being treated like equals. That's what that is. But let me let her finish.
When men are around, unless they find me attractive. But for us to say that this is not unbalanced, it's weird. Like for 15 men to be sitting down at the bar, knowing that there are 15 women behind, not one looks back and be like, does anybody want to see?
Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game.
I literally had to order drinks through the men because the man I was with was like on his time. Because he was like, this can't be life.
It's life. Guys have been okay with that life. We had to adjust. And more men are learning every day and doing the same thing, because we all realize it's definitely more to life. They're going through any types of feminism or anything like that. Thank you for watching. See you next video.